We've all done it. Scrolled endlessly through social media, losing track of time. Let the television suck us in for hours, episode after episode. Put off important tasks until the last minute, convincing ourselves there's always more time. This is frittering time away, letting precious moments slip through our fingers. It's so easy to do, especially in our fast-paced, technology-driven world where distractions are just a click away. But what many people don't realize is that this seemingly harmless habit can take a serious toll on our mental health, affecting our overall well-being. Think about how you feel after spending an hour scrolling through your phone, lost in a sea of content. Do you feel energized, inspired, ready to take on the world? Or do you feel drained and unfulfilled, as if you've wasted a part of your day? Often, frittering time away leaves us feeling empty and anxious, questioning our choices. We may even feel guilty for not spending our time more wisely, for not being more productive. This guilt and anxiety can build up over time, leading to increased stress, lower self-esteem, and even symptoms of depression, creating a vicious cycle. It's like a slow leak in our well-being, gradually draining our energy and happiness, leaving us feeling depleted. But there's good news. We can fix this leak. We can take control. By becoming more mindful of how we spend our time, we can reclaim our mental health and live fuller, more satisfying lives, filled with purpose and joy. Procrastination, a close cousin of frittering time away, adds another layer of burden to our mental well-being. That nagging feeling of an unfinished to-do list can cast a shadow over even the most enjoyable moments. Studies show that procrastination is linked to higher levels of stress, anxiety, and even physical health problems. When we continually put things off, we're essentially carrying the weight of those tasks around with us, creating a constant low-grade stress response in our bodies. Imagine this. You've been meaning to clean out your closet for weeks. Every time you see the overflowing shelves, you feel a pang of guilt and stress. It's a small thing, but these small things add up, creating a mental clutter that can be incredibly draining. One of the biggest traps we fall into is the illusion of plenty of time. We tell ourselves we'll get to it later, that there's no rush. But this mindset can be dangerous. Time, as we all know, is a finite resource. Every minute we spend mindlessly scrolling or procrastinating is a minute we can't get back. And the more time we waste, the more pressure we put on ourselves to make up for it later. This pressure can lead to rushed decisions, sloppy work, and missed opportunities. We may find ourselves constantly playing catch-up, never quite feeling on top of things. This cycle of procrastination and pressure can be incredibly damaging to our self-esteem and overall sense of well-being. Breaking the habit of frittering time away isn't about becoming a productivity machine or adhering to a rigid schedule. It's about making conscious choices about how we spend our precious time and reclaiming control over our lives. It starts with awareness. Start by noticing how and where you're currently spending your time. Are you mindlessly scrolling through social media during your commute? Are you putting off important tasks because you'd rather watch television? Once you're aware of your habits, you can start making small changes. Maybe you set aside specific times for checking social media, or you commit to tackling one item on your to-do list before you allow yourself any leisure time. One of the most effective ways to break any bad habit is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on making one small change at a time. For example, If you find yourself constantly getting sucked into social media, try setting a timer for 15 minutes. When the timer goes off, put your phone down and do something else, even if it's just for a few minutes. Similarly, if you have a big project you've been putting off, break it down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Instead of trying to tackle the entire project in one go, commit to working on it for just 30 minutes each day. Remember, small steps lead to big changes over time. Section 6. Mindfulness, your secret weapon. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in breaking free from the time-wasting trap. It's about being fully present in the current moment, rather than letting our minds wander to the past or future. When we're mindful, we're more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. This awareness allows us to make conscious choices about how we spend our time, rather than simply reacting to distractions. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before starting a task, or paying attention to the sensations of your body as you move through your day. The more we practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to resist the urge to fritter time away. Section 7. Finding joy in focus. Many people associate focus and productivity with drudgery, but the truth is, focusing our attention can actually be incredibly enjoyable. Think about a time when you were completely engrossed in an activity. Maybe you were working on a creative project, having a stimulating conversation, or simply enjoying a beautiful sunset. In those moments, time seemed to disappear, and you felt a sense of peace and fulfillment. When we break free from distractions and focus our attention on something meaningful, we tap into a state of flow, where we're fully immersed in the present moment and experiencing a heightened sense of engagement and joy. Section 8. Celebrating small victories, fueling big changes. As you start to reclaim your time and break free from the habit of frittering it away, it's important to acknowledge and celebrate your progress. Recognizing these moments of success can boost your confidence and keep you motivated. Every small victory, whether it's resisting the urge to check social media, completing a task on your to-do list, or simply enjoying a few moments of mindful presence, is a step in the right direction. These small steps accumulate over time, leading to significant changes. Reward yourself for your efforts, no matter how small they may seem. Treat yourself to something you enjoy, like a healthy snack or a few minutes of relaxation. Positive reinforcement can be incredibly motivating and will help you stay on track towards your goals. Celebrating these small wins can create a positive feedback loop, encouraging you to keep going. Remember, changing habits takes time and effort. It's a journey that requires patience and persistence. Be patient with yourself, and don't get discouraged if you slip up from time to time. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Just acknowledge the slip-up, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Section 9. Time well spent, life well lived. Time is our most valuable resource, a finite treasure that we often take for granted. It's the currency of life, and how we choose to spend it determines the quality of our lives. Every moment is a choice, a decision that shapes our future. By breaking free from the habit of frittering time away, we reclaim this precious resource and invest it in what truly matters. This conscious effort allows us to focus on our true passions and goals. We gain more time for the things we love, the people who matter most, and the pursuits that bring us joy and fulfillment. These moments become the building blocks of a meaningful life. We reduce stress, improve our mental health, and create a greater sense of purpose and meaning in our lives. Mindfulness helps us stay present and appreciate the now. So, let's make a conscious effort to spend our time wisely, to savor each moment, and to live our lives to the fullest. Every second is an opportunity to create lasting memories. After all, time well spent is a life well lived. Embrace each day with intention and gratitude.